You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hi, I'm Liam Hooper.
And I'm Peterson Toscano. Together, we co-host the Bible Bash podcast.
The Bible Bash podcast is a monthly podcast where Peterson, a quirky queer Quaker and Northern belle,
and Liam, a trans Bible scholar and Southern gentleman,
get together to examine biblical texts, looking for the characters and situations you don't often hear about.
Each month, we look into a different ancient story. We're curious to find insights into our own queer lives. We discuss these and share our findings with you.
You can find the Bible Bash podcast on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. New episodes come out at the end of each month.
Bible Bash podcast is part of the Rock Candy Network.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the Pickle and Boot Shop. Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop, to be exact. A diabolical brainwashing machine. This is our weekly disclaimer about our show. First of all, Joe claims that he is about to have diarrhea, but then never follows through with that. Also, I claim at one point to be drinking Flint, Michigan tap water, which I also was not doing. You can hear the clanking of silverware as I eat and plates. I also claim that I'm illiterate, which is not true. I claim that I grew and sold drugs in the first grade instead of going to class. There's a lot of really bad geographical facts that I'm sure all of you will fact check us on and sternly chastise us. The Pickle and Boot Shop, we hope you hate it.
Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Shop. Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles. With your grandma and your kids. I go downtown. With your grandma and your kids. Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle, get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids. Stay for the squids. Boots. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some booze inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some booze inside your hands. 1996, we start this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of, I think this is episode, 28?
I believe you are correct, sir.
Episode 28, Pickle and Boot Shop. I got a bulldog down here by my ankles growling at me because he hasn't seen me in a day. And we got you on the mic, the buzzsaw. We got Yerky and the buzzsaw.
We got Japper
And-
and the Gator.
Coming at you live from Florida's #1 7-on-7 football team radio station. We got Tim Tebow up next, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be giving us the forecast on the 2s and the 4s. What are you grinding on over there? I ain't talking R. Kelly style. I'm talking, what are you eating?
I'm eating
Oh
this
my gosh.
used Mexican food.
Ooh, I thought you were having pizza.
No, I can't because I'm lactose intolerant, so the kids are.
Oh,
They're-
you know what? For dinner, I decided to eat healthy, and I got a grilled chicken salad. So a nice salad
Yeah.
with really good grilled chicken chunks on top of it from a place that I absolutely love here in the Royal Oak area. It's called Charlie's.
Okay.
And I am now, as of 45 seconds ago, holding in what feels like could be an explosive diarrhea situation.
All right.
I will guarantee you, I am not getting through the next 2 hours without running to the restroom.
I think we need to switch your microphone to your headset microphone so that you can we can get an update while you're having the diarrhea explosion.
Oh, yes. If I will try and make that happen. I will try and record the horrificness of what will
I love
happen.
it.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go 15 minutes here. I
Wow.
feel like it just hit my butthole, and it's tingling. It feels like Jack Frost nipping at my hole. And while you're eating Mexican food, I decided to go, because what goes better with dysentery than New Amsterdam vodka and A&W zero sugar root beer?
I love it. Does it taste good with root beer?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah.
I've never had it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I
could be
don't
your
know
new drink.
because here's the thing. I don't know if it actually tastes good or not because I can't taste. So what I think I can taste, it tastes fine.
Joe, all I can notice is how messy my hair looks when I'm looking. It's because all this light is on me.
No, I can't.
It's
I can't
terrible.
tell.
You don't have this. You don't have this problem.
It looks like your normal full plumage coif
Yeah.
that just sits upon your head and says, "Hey, look at me, ladies. This is Reese Roper. Hear me snore."
They just say, that guy looks like he can't afford a haircut. That's
Yeah.
normally, I'm going to stay away from that crazy.
They go, "Look at him. He could put his arms out to his side, and he's at least 16 feet across."
Yeah. I don't know.
They're like,
I
"Look
don't
at that
think
guy.
that's
When he
useful at all.
walks, his knuckles drag." I bet this is fascinating for the freebies to listen to.
Yeah.
I'm sipping on drinks, ice is clanging around, and you're shoving your face full of Mexican food.
I'm also drinking, though.
Oh, what are you drinking?
Well, I decided to switch it up
Well water.
a little bit today.
It looks like Flint water.
Flint, Michigan tap water.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Which is like a wheat beer.
Not only did Colonel Mustard get killed in the library by a lead pipe, but so did Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. By what flows through the lead pipe.
Yeah. No, I am trying this new thing out where I mix Don Q rum with Diet Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
Oh, that works, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
What I call it,
Yeah.
I like to call it a failure puddle.
No, you already called it a failure puddle.
Th-
You gotta. Is that what you've always had?
Yeah, I always have the same thing.
Oh. Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second, and then I started thinking, I'm like, wait, no, that is what he normally does.
I've heard of Don Q before somewhere.
Yeah. Somewhere on the radio airwaves.
What's the
Now, I
hockey
have
jersey
s-
you're wearing? Is it the
Oh yeah, this is the one I wore
it's
last time.
The Wharton's
New
Fisherman.
York Islanders, the Gordon Fisherman.
Gordon.
Yeah. Although I believe it's Gorton. Everyone wants to say Gordon, but it's Gorton
At
Fisherman.
first I said Wharton's, which is way off.
Or, yeah. Yeah, it is. That's way off.
Yeah.
Well, let's lead into the show, and I have a question for you
Okay.
because I think we may have talked about this prior on the show.
Like last
I
episode
think we
when we
may.
ended Satanism.
Yes, I think we talked about this on episode 28, where people know that I collect comic books. I collect graded comic books.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I try and buy a first print, first edition novel, like a book.
Yeah.
And so my family enjoys, I think I've told everybody, my family enjoys the Hunger Games. So I have all the Hunger Games books in first print, first edition, mint condition.
yeah.
Well, I recently bought another one that I think I told everybody about. It's Stephen King's Different Seasons.
Right. We talked
Which-
about this because I asked if it was under his
Yeah.
pen name, Rudyard Kipling.
No, it's Stephen King, and it's I bought it because it's a book of 4 short stories. One of the stories is The Body, which they made into Stand By Me, the movie,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite movies. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy that book. So I bought a first edition of that book.
Okay.
Loved it. It came in very, very, very good condition. And I was like, well, you know what? I want to be able to read it. So I bought a cheap reader copy off eBay. It was $4 for the book, and that was shipping included, was $4. What I didn't realize, and people at home are going to be like, duh, what I didn't realize was it has Stand By Me.
Yeah.
It has the short story that became Shawshank Redemption. It has the short story that became the movie Apt Pupil.
Jeepers.
And it has another short story that became yet another movie.
Avengers
So-
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame meets Rocky.
Wow.
So here is the book. So this was my reader copy that came today in the mail, and it's sitting here next to me, and I am so excited. I don't want to sound like an idiot. I don't want to sound mean, but I kind of can't wait for the end of our podcast to roll around because I'm going to go get all snuggly in bed at 7:30, and I'm just going to read till I fall asleep.
I think that's amazing for 2 reasons. Because first of all, I'm proud of you. It sounds like a good time. But second, you know how to read. That's amazing, Joe. I don't.
Yes, I know how to read,
Yeah.
and it was something that I learned earlier on in my life, and
Okay.
I have perfected it,
Yeah.
and I like to think. I don't want to brag, but I think I'm about a 4th or 5th grade reading
Sweet.
level.
That's pretty sweet.
So
I
with that said, are you much of a reader?
No, I ditched a lot of school, especially in 1st grade. I kind of turned things around with math and science, but I missed
You were
reading.
too concerned with grow ops in the 1st
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah. I was
You were
like,
trying
oh.
to figure out how to get that Northern Lights strain at 80% THC.
That was what I did in 1st grade instead of
first
go
grade.
to class.
Yeah. You were working on your strains.
Yeah, we had a botany teacher at Soda Creek Elementary School in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and he was really just formative for me in those times. And he
Mr.
was like, "Don't go to
Spicoli.
Mr. Spicoli." He'd be like, "Don't go to class. Hang out with me. We're gonna come up with this new strain." So I did.
Yeah. He was like, hey, bro. I ordered some pizza, man. Don't go to your reading class.
Don't learn to read.
Don't have to read. You can get it all taken care of. All you need to do is sell the Northern Lights.
That's all you need.
I don't even know why I'm doing an Irish accent.
I don't either. It's good though.
I don't know. It's
almost St.
racist because it's an
Paddy's Day.
Irish accent.
Yeah.
You know what I decided to do yesterday?
What's that?
I did a lot of the Stalker. Well, let's come back to books, but a side note, I did a lot of the Stalker accent yesterday. My Sunday was filled with like, yes, you know? So anything I did yesterday, I was with Heidi. Anything I did yesterday, she was just bombarded with this accent.
Wonderful.
And I heard a lot of, oh, you're still doing it, are you?
Joe,
Yes.
you want to wait outside? You want to sit out there? Get that
I'd be
out
like,
of your system?
Yes. It's nice and cold outside. Yes.
Yes.
We like to do it. I think I've Romanian, the Polish stalker, not Romanian.
Polish.
I don't want to speak ill of the Romanians.
Who keeps subscribing, and I just stopped canceling her
I know, it's
subscription
amazing.
because I was like,
The
she's
thing
just
is,
gonna do it again.
And I've gotten a few messages from people saying that she's, signed up on different like websites of theirs, or she's tried to get into Diabolical Discussion, and people have made connections with her, and they say that she's so psycho that they're like, "Uh-oh, I shouldn't have done that."
Yeah, and just to be clear, she sends me messages through fake email accounts she creates or whatever that say, "Stop calling me a stalker. This is your last warning." ...
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? Destroy my marriage? Go for it.
Right. Beat you to it, sucker.
She helped with it, but
Well, it's like, yes. Yeah. Reese, don't even think twice about the stalker. And you know what I think you should do?
yes.
I think you should forward her email to the Prince of Nigeria.
Do you have his email still? I don't.
I can look it
I
up.
do still have my AOL account as my main
I
account.
think his name's
so it's probably in
Craig.
there. Craig.
I think his name's like Craig
Crown Prince of Nigeria.
in Bakaduwehi or something like that.
Bakaduwehi. Craig.
Yeah. Craig.
Hey, how's it going, Reese? You cool? How's the family? Oh, by the way, I can't get rid of my fortune fast enough. Thank
Yeah.
you, Craig.
It's tied up. It's tied up in red tape. And if I could just use your $2,000, I can undo that, because I have millions. But apparently the fact that I have millions means nothing here in Kenya.
Because it's tied up.
So if I can use your $2,000,
yeah.
that will free up my millions, and then I'll kick you back your $2,000 plus a few million for helping me out. Because there's nobody in the Kenyan consulate who's palm I can grease, again, with my millions. So I need to reach out to a complete stranger across the pond.
Joe. It makes sense.
I'm just upset. I'm just upset I didn't think of it first.
Yeah.
I'm upset that there's people in other countries that are like, that are joking like, oh, yeah, well, I guess we're not helping out the roofer from Royal Oak, Michigan. I think I'm more upset that people worldwide don't know the Michigan, the United States of America, Michigonian roofer scam.
Yeah. Wait, can you hit me up on that one? Because I don't know it. The scamming of the roofers?
No, I just mean everybody here in the United States knows about the Kenyan or the Nigerian prince.
Is there a scam? Can we work on this, maybe?
Hey, I just thought of a great movie plot.
Yeah.
The
we
movie
scam
plot could
the
be
Nigerian princes.
Yes, or we pretend, or as kids like to say, we pretend that the Nigerian prince never existed, and that you and I were the ones that created this. Hey, send me money because I have this tied up. I have these millions tied up. Will you help me? And then we sent it out to people worldwide, and we scammed old women in Russia, old men in Denmark.
Yeah.
Millennials on the Ivory Coast. And then we scammed them. Are there millennials on the Ivory Coast?
There are. Yeah, there are definitely. They're like they're talking about how they're getting bullied by the
Are their names Tyler and Cooper?
Tyler and Kyler.
Tyler, Kyler, Cooper,
Skyler.
What are the Skyler? What are the girls' names? They are.
Skylar.
They can be gender neutral.
Yeah, could be this. Those are
Skylar.
girls' names.
Skylar, Tyler, Cooper, Dean,
With an E at the end.
Kirk.
But it's just Kryk.
Kirk.
It's Kirk. It's Prince.
There used to be a guy who played for the Detroit Red Wings. Now I believe he plays for the Los Angeles Kings. His
Good
name
for
was
him.
Martin. Yeah, his name was Martin Firk. Oh, he also played for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay.
His name was Martin Firk, and his last name was FRK.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
He had the hardest slap shot ever recorded by a professional hockey player.
Where was he from? With this name.
Czechoslovakia.
All right. Like,
Or Czech Republic. Is it Czech Republic now? I don't think it's Czechoslovakia.
it's split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia. He could be from Slovakia, probably Czech Republic, like Jaromír
Yeah,
Jágr.
Czech Republic. Yes.
Yeah.
So Czechoslovakia was Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia, correct?
No.
And then in the 80s, Yugoslavia was taken over?
No, like, so the Nazis took what was Czechia and Slovakia over, and then when the Soviets pushed west, they were just like, let's just put it together. It's a puppet government anyway.
Was that the basis of Michael W. Smith's Go West, Young
Yeah,
Man?
it was.
With the Chechenian overtake?
The Soviets were on board with that. Then
Let's not talk Soviets.
So the Yugoslavia was created also by the Nazis, like by the Nazis kind of moving out. There was like 4 or 5 different republics there, and the Nazis took it over and they fought it off independently. It was a dictator named General Tito, and
Wonderful vodka.
They united under this dude who was also a communist, and they created their own thing. And they were not really they were communists, but not part of the Soviet bloc. So they were able to export things like the Yugo. But once he died, then it kind of fell apart.
Yugo, like the Yugo and then just nothing. Like you quickly realized the Yugo was the only export.
They had the 1984
You're like the Yugo and apples.
Winter Olympics, and no, they had more exports than the Soviet Union. Like, we had embargoes on other stuff, but like we did accept some of the Yugoslavian stuff. So it was just like this loose connection of people that shared the same language, but before they had been different republics because they had different religions. Like Croatia was Catholic and Serbia was Eastern Orthodox, and they used the Cyrillic alphabet. And then I don't know what the deal was with Slovenia was, and
Isn't Slovenia where Dracula's from?
I think that's Romania. Romania?
Transylvania.
Which is part of Romania. So
Is that a real place?
it really
Like,
is.
can you
It's
go
like-
to Transylvania?
Yes.
You can? That's like a
Yes.
real place?
Yeah. Yes.
Have you ever seen Hotel Transylvania?
Yes.
The movies?
Just
Those are
the
good
first
movies.
two, not the next two. Because
You didn't see the next two? They're good.
all right, I'll watch
enjoy
them.
those-
It's just that my ex was like, it became a competition to see who could watch the movies with the kids first. Sorry.
Oh.
Ave Maria. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Fine, just do it.
So
Anyway,
you've never
I haven't
seen
seen 'em.
Hotel Transylvania 2 or 3?
I've seen.
And I think they're coming out with
No.
4.
4 is out. I haven't seen 3 or 4. I've seen 1 and 2.
Oh. You know who my favorite character is?
Adam Sandler.
Blobby.
Oh yeah, I like Bobby.
I just like the fact that his name's Blobby.
He is cool. You know who my favorite
So-
character in real life is? Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he is a real character, as my grandma would say. He's a real card. So I'm going to kind of circle back.
Circle
And
back.
for those who have already turned this off because it contained political or historical
Historical.
geography.
I don't think it was political. Unless you're a Soviet.
So
still,
at
you're
what
hanging
point
on to
did
that.
Yugoslavia? Wait, so at what point did Yugoslavia become Yugoslavia? And then in the 80s, Yugoslavia fell because I know in my second grade,
Yeah.
we had a girl come to our class named Nadia, and she was with us for about 6 months, like half the school year, because Yugoslavia was being torn apart.
Yeah.
And then she was gone. She went back to Yugoslavia, never heard from Nadia again. And if anybody out there knows Nadia, feel free to give her my Facebook. I want to check in with her, see how she's doing. And so at what point, so then Yugoslavia became what? Slovakia?
No, Slovakia.
Or did it become Czechoslovakia?
No. So Slovakia is different than Slovenia. The capital of Slovakia
different
is
than
Bratislava,
Transylvania.
and the capital of Slovenia is Ljubljana. How do you like
Are you
that? I
making
just
this
pulled
up?
it out of my ass. No.
Are you making this up?
No.
Sometimes I feel like you're making it up because I think on one
Fact
of our
check me,
episodes,
people.
I think on one of our episodes, you said that the United States had hundreds of aircraft carriers. We have 11.
Oh, I did say that. We don't have hundreds. I thought we had 100.
It may have been a day where the Don Q was flowing.
I thought we had over 50 at least. We only have 11.
We have 11. But that's neither here nor there. The listeners can continue to think that we have
Correct
hundreds.
me on this. Okay, so Slovakia was they both resulted from the Nazis pushing east. They took over all the, like, they were just trying to take over everything. So when the Soviets came west, they combined Slovakia and the Czech Republic, which was just Czechia. We call it the Czech Republic because we can't say that, and we just decided to name things whatever we want. So Czechia
Right.
and Slovakia became the Czech Republic. The capital was Prague. It broke apart after the
Earthquake.
after the Soviets.
The Titan divide. What
Was
do
it
they call
like
it?
91 when the
do they call it?
Soviet bloc
Tectonic
kind of
plates.
fell? Yeah, when the tectonic plates, tectonic. When
the
the Soviet
Yugoslavia
bloc
would have
came
fell
back.
in 84.
No,
It would have been 83 or 84.
no, not Yugoslavia. This is Czech Republic. So in like 91, the Soviet bloc kind of fell apart and they became
Okay.
democratic. So everything, you know, like, I don't know what, I think in the Czech Republic they called it the Velvet Revolution, where they, because it was soft, because they just,
I want to be. I want to be a part of that.
So they just kind of split apart by vote. They were like, let's go back to what we were doing. I think they both speak the same language, but I could be lying to you. And then Prague became
Sure
the
you
capital
are.
of the Czech Republic, or Czechia, and Bratislava became the capital of Slovakia. So then, as that was happening after 91, Yugoslavia was like, Tito had died like in the 80s, so they weren't really holding together well. Tito was Serbian, and
Tito wasn't his first name, correct? It was his last
name. Yeah. So he
It doesn't seem very Yugoslavian.
The Serbians are very aggressive type people. And so he was Serbian, and he was like holding everything together. He kind of built up the military, so it was mostly Serbian, and they could hold it together. Well, then after he died, it just became like this kind of melting pot, and they were like, we don't need this. They also hate each other, you know, like they hated each other. They'd been fighting for
The Czechs and the
600 years.
Serbs.
Not the
Czechs and the
Czechs,
Serbs?
the Croats and the Serbs, and then they hated the Bosnians who were Muslim.
Oh, Bosnia Herzegovina.
Actually, yeah. So, and then there's like Macedonia came out of that. I could be lying to you. There's a couple other.
Can you do a flash animation
Yeah, I should.
of
Or find it.
the map and how it morphs into the different countries and what it became at what point in time?
Yeah. Then
Okay.
Slovenia broke off because all these countries were not countries until Tito united them. And it was more just to throw off the Nazis. And then he acted as a dictator. But then Slovenia is in the Alps. That's the one that's the capital of Ljubljana. They all speak the same language, Serbo-Croat. But
Wait, Ljubljana is a country?
no, it's the capital of Slovenia, Ljubljana. LJUBLJ.
We get it. You're good at spelling.
I can't. No, I'm
Keep going.
No, because it's
We
like,
get it.
oh my gosh, I can't even read. Did we talk about that in the first grade? Anyway, so I don't know. And then Croatia is like on the coast. It has almost the entire coast. Serbia didn't get anything. So they were pissed and they wanted to fight. Plus, they've been fighting for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And so Serbia is like Eastern Orthodox and Croatia is Catholic. And they were fighting. It was like, and then Slovenia was just like, we're up in the Alps. We don't give a crap. Like, we don't want to be in your war.
They're like, oh, lady.
Yeah, they broke off first. And there was a little bit of a war, and then they were like, the UN was like, "What?"
Did someone yell out, break me off a little something? And then they did it?
And then they blew an Alpenhorn.
Yeah. And then they ate a Ricola.
That's exactly how it happened. But then, then Croatia broke off, and it was bitter because they hated each other. So Serbia had most of the army. They had most of the armaments and most of the people in the army.
Hey,
So-
Reese, can I pause this for 1 second and just say, me and you have to start another podcast where all we do
It's
is
recall
I ask you
facts.
how a country became a... Yeah, where a country became a country. It'll
I
be a
pull it out of my
geography
ass.
podcast. Yeah, it'll be a geography podcast, and I'll say, this week we're talking about Romania, and you go through the whole genesis of how Romania came to be in 2022.
All right.
So continue. I want to know how Yugoslavia became Czechoslovakia and Croatia. So wait, spoiler. Let's do a spoiler.
Okay. Spoiler.
So what did Yugoslavia become?
Yugoslavia became Bosnia, Herzegovina, Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia. I'm forgetting like 2 other countries in there.
So it was big.
No, they're smaller countries. Like,
Smaller meaning what? Like Texas or like Jersey?
yeah, so it would be like dividing up Texas. I don't even think it was that big. Let's say it would be like dividing up Maine, California. Let's say California.
Maine to California?
Let's say it's dividing up California.
Reese, you said it's like dividing up Maine or California.
Yeah. Not Texas.
That's nowhere close.
I know.
Maine is small, California's huge.
Okay, let's say California.
Okay.
I might get the
But
crap
California's
fact
huge.
checked
If you're
on
going to say California, you might as well say Texas.
me. No, Texas is real huge.
I think California is roughly like square miles. California's got to be the same as Texas.
No.
I think so.
No. Like
One's
lengthwise,
long.
but not width.
One's long, but one's girthy.
Texas is both
One's like Tommy
long
Lee.
and girthy.
One's like Tommy Lee, and one's like you.
I'm like Rhode Island, dude.
Come on, we both know that's not true.
What?
All right, so let's go full circle. Yugoslavia
Full circle.
became multiple countries
Yeah.
that produced a lot of the world's maple syrup and stalkers.
Yes.
So let's continue going full circle. Back to books.
Back to books.
Did you read on tour? Like, were you guys readers on tour?
Sometimes. Dennis read all the time. Like every day he would read or be on a computer or an angry phone call. He did a lot of work, plus developing himself. And I played a lot of GoldenEye.
Me too.
So my tour time was spent playing GoldenEye or masturbating.
Bo read so much in the band. Bo read more than anybody. Nate was next. Bram did a lot of reading. I would go through spurts. Speaking of masturbating, I would go through spurts, and I would go through these like seasons where I didn't want to pick up a book. I'm still like this. I wouldn't want to pick up a book, and then all of a sudden, all I wanted to do was read. Like I would buy. For me, I'm a huge Max Lucado fan. If we're talking about like books that deal with faith, I love Max Lucado. I believe he was put on this earth to take the Bible, interpret it into a way that Joe Yerke can understand it.
All right.
And write books. I love Max Lucado books. I love understanding that. So like on tour, that's when I was like reading, because you're the insiders and you're trying to get better at your craft and you're trying to know what you're talking about and things like that. And so I read a lot of Max Lucado while I was out on tour. Now in my life, I go through phases like the Stephen King book or different things like that. Like I try to, like all of a sudden I'll just be like, I want to read something. I've never been big on fiction. I like...
Really?
Yeah, I like biographies and I like factual stuff. What is it? If it's not fiction, what's the other?
Nonfiction.
If it's true, there you go.
It's true. It's nonfiction.
There you go. And so I like nonfiction books. Like I like reading about war history, World War II, Vietnam. I like reading about that stuff. I like biographies on musicians, stuff like that.
Okay.
So when I get into books, I get into them, and then I zip down like 3 or 4 books in a month, and then I won't read for another year. And when I say I won't read for another year, I mean I won't read for another year. Like not a street sign, nothing.
Nothing. You're just like, I don't care what that red octagon tells me.
Nothing. I'm like, I see some shapes on there. I don't know
tell
what
me about my business.
It looks like it's a 5, an upside down L, a 0, and an upside down B. I have no clue what that says.
Joe, I had to look it up. So, the former Yugoslavia divided it into
I knew it. I knew
Slovenia.
it. You couldn't let it go. What is it?
So Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, which we talked about.
Wait, is it Bosnia and Herzegovina, or is it Bosnia and Herzegovina? Is that one thing?
It's one thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And they were mostly Islamic, but they also had, it was kind of the melting pot. So there's Islams in there, and then they had
lots of fondue.
They had Serbs
lots of
and
fondue.
Croats. So that's why the war was so crazy there, because it was like everybody hated each other. Lots of fondue. Serbia, Montenegro
Whenever I hear
is
melting
the one I left
pot,
out.
I think fondue.
And then Macedonia. And then there's been a breakaway republic, or there was a war for it, but I think they were reabsorbed. Kosovo, part of Serbia. No, they broke off.
Now, I'm going to ask you something that the listeners at home may slap their foreheads with their hand and be like, Yerke, why in God's name did you ask this question? But I'm going to ask you, Reese. And the reason I'm going to ask it is because, A, I've had a little bit of New Amsterdam vodka. Mm-hmm. And B, what is this invasion of Ukraine over? What's it about?
Oh,
And here's the thing. People, if you just heard me say that, understand I am busy every single day. Because of being a roofer, I don't really watch the news because it just bums me out. So I know that something is going on. I know Russia is invading Ukraine. I don't know why. I don't know why they're invading it.
So this is my understanding. Russia, like one of their main exports is natural gas
Pornography.
to Europe. Is pornography. Is from my experience.
Wait. Time out. You're going to come back to that. But I'm going to bring up, we were talking about Czechoslovakia. You've been to Czechoslovakia, correct?
I've been to the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Yes.
Okay. Tell me the Czech Republic and Slovakia is not all about two things: homemade porn and dinosaur bones. When we went through
what?
When we were touring Europe and we went through Slovakia and Czech Republic, everywhere you stopped, every gas station, every store was porn. Like, you would stop at like a gas station on the highway. Half of the gas station was chips, snacks, drinks. The other half was nothing but pornography. But it wasn't pornography that was like from a major company. It was like somebody down the street did it.
No.
Yes, and then there were all.
Did not see this.
Then there were also giant billboards that would show like two women in like a sexual act, like uncensored.
Kidding?
God's honest truth. It would show like,
what year was that?
I don't know, the last time we were over there, 2012.
Okay.
And it would show like
This is the
women
Czech
engaged.
Republic.
Yeah, women engaged in an activity,
Chechnya.
uncensored. And then the next billboard would say like dinosaur bones, next left, 12 kilometers down. And everywhere you went, every city you went to, there were these billboards of like the most explicit photos of people engaged in acts. And you could either, I don't know if it was call the number, go to the website, go to a store. I don't know what it was pushing other than pelvises on a billboard. But then the next
pushing.
billboard would be for a dinosaur bone. Like the Czech Republic and Slovakia, tons of dinosaur bones have been found there.
I did not know this. I went in
Yeah,
like
it was
2000.
crazy.
I don't think there were billboards. It was just like
Oh
old
my
Soviet
gosh.
block apartments.
Yeah, we toured with a Good Weather Forecast, and I can't remember if Demon Hunter was on that leg with us, but it was like us, Good Weather Forecast, and Demon Hunter at some point. But when we were going through the Czech Republic and Slovakia, that's what it was. Every city, every gas station you went to, half the store was just like the most pornographic of pornographic stuff, and then like potato chips and Coke. The cool thing is you can go into the Czech Republic, you can get a can of Coke. You can buy a can of Coke that is Coca-Cola and Jack Daniels mixed together.
Oh yeah, I got that in Germany.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Or like Bacardi and Pepsi.
But then
Yeah.
if you want
So-
if you're in Europe and you're like, hey, do you have a fuzzy navel? Or you're like me and you need like a drink with some sort of umbrella in it to enjoy it, they're not going to have that. They don't have a Blue
No.
Hawaii or a Mai Tai
No.
fuzzy navel. It's not
You
gonna
know
be
what
there.
I found in Europe that they loved was in Austria, schnapps. Like here in the United States, schnapps isn't respected. Schnapps is what teenagers get when they get like a bottle of like pucker.
Yeah, it's somebody took that idea and was just like, let's add flavor to Everclear and sell it to teenagers.
Yeah. So schnapps in the United States is looked at as like a novelty. Whereas in Europe, and especially Austria, like
In Bavaria.
families have,
like a Southern
families have
Germany
like family recipes for schnapps. You go into a quote unquote like liquor store,
Yeah.
but that's not. They're not liquor stores. They're these gorgeous, beautiful stores that are all mahogany and all these bottles like perfectly placed around, and they'll have a section that's 10 feet high, 40 feet wide of schnapps. And so the stuff that I bought and brought back for friends, like as gifts, was schnapps, and it was delicious.
That's amazing.
But here in the United States, it's looked at as like pucker, like, oh, cherry pucker or apple pucker.
Yeah, that's because we're just, I don't know. We ruin everything.
Yeah. So, listeners, if you guys are like, all the millennials drink old fashions, all the millennials drink Manhattans, all the, whatever, like the cool drink that like the young cats are bringing back. If you want to be cutting edge, nowhere in the United States is schnapps put at a premium.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be cutting edge, I think we should make a commitment right now that Pickle and Boot Shop is committed to making schnapps legit again.
Legit. But it's like, so in Bavaria, Austria, it's made from real fruit. Like they're really like fermenting and distilling pears or peaches or like cherries. The Germans, like, they have a special name for that, Kirschwasser. And they make it out of these things and it tastes delicious.
This guy, he always has a name. He always has the real name for what it is.
Joe,
This guy. I think our
have I
last
told
3
you the skull
podcasts,
and
you've
gun
had
story
some. No.
about the Czech Republic.
But I want to hear it. You know what I didn't tell you at the gas station? That
What?
they had a giant set of chocolate breasts.
I hope you got them, Joe.
You could buy, it was literally, you know how like in the United States they have chocolate bunnies, and it'll be like a 2-foot tall chocolate bunny. None of us.
So I didn't tell you the skull and gun story.
No, let's hear it. We got 12 minutes left, man. Let's hear it.
So when I went to the Czech Republic, I had booked so Five Iron was playing there. We did the Winter Wonder Rock and then the Christmas Rock Night,
Yeah, those are awesome.
that whole thing. So it was amazing, and I knew I was going. I was engaged to Stacy, who was my second fiance, twice. So the first time,
Wait, you were engaged to her twice?
yes, because as a good Christian, I knew that the only way I was ever going to have sex was to get married. And so I kept trying to get married so that I could have sex. There were other things. There was definitely love. Love was involved. But the driving force behind, like, I need to get engaged was the desperation of it. Like, I got to get engaged. I'm sure many
Wow.
of our listeners have had this similar experience where they got married
Yeah.
because they couldn't have sex unless they
Right.
did. And if they had
Right.
sex and it was just a normal, like, hey, that's not working, you'd be like, let's not get married and not be, like, let's not be together for 15 years, etc.
Yeah.
So, that being said, you guys need to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But here is my story, is that I was engaged
Skull
to
and crossbones.
Stacy. She got mad at me because I signed up for a Best Buy credit card. And the reason I signed up for it was because they gave me a free Xbox. It was the original Xbox. And she was mad. She was very young. She got mad at me because I didn't buy her a KitchenAid mixer with the money instead of an Xbox.
She wasn't upset with you that the only reason you were engaged was because you wanted to bone her.
No.
She was upset that you got an Xbox and not a KitchenAid mixer.
I'm pretty sure that's why she was engaged to me too.
Paraphrasing.
I mean, we loved each other. We felt like this could work. This is an eternal future we want. But
Okay.
just the desperation to get married immediately came about as a result
Like
of
everyone who attends a Christian college.
we have
They
to
marry,
have sex.
they marry the first person that talks to them from the opposite sex.
So we were engaged, had this enormous fight because I didn't get her the KitchenAid mixer, and
Oh,
then
my goodness.
called it off. So in the meantime, Five Iron had this show booked, and we had gotten tickets. Like, I was like, we're engaged. You should come with me to Europe. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We'll get some Euro passes with the other guys in Five Iron and their wives. Like,
She's like,
Brad's
why? Is
wife,
Europe going
Andy's
somewhere? Why is it a once in a lifetime? Is Europe going somewhere?
wife. Exactly. No, it was just like, we kind of felt like Five Iron was on its way out. We're like, let's do this. So she got a ticket. Then we called off the engagement, stopped dating. Did not date other people.
Did
but
you
stopped
kiss
dating?
dating goodbye? Did you
Did
kiss
not-
good dating but goodbye?
I did kiss dating goodbye, but not for that reason. Just because I couldn't date anyone. I couldn't find anyone to date. So we're always on the road, and I had this dumbass rule
I know a couple names I could have texted you.
yeah, I wouldn't date somebody like officially until I'd known them for a while, and we were always gone, so that was impossible. And there was not
Aren't
cell
you so?
phones.
Hey, time out. Aren't you so glad we didn't have cell phones with cameras back then?
Why? Where are you going with this, Joe?
Like the kids today and what they
Yeah.
have to deal with. Aren't you glad that you were not on tour, meeting people, having a camera where pictures could be taken?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So
continue.
anyway, so she had her ticket. We were still friends, and we were like, "All right, you got your ticket. Let's go." So at first, it was supposed to be she and I had gotten open-ended tickets to come home. I don't know. Somehow we got a deal on this. No, the promoter. So everybody was allowed
hooked
to
you up?
bring one person. So the promoter, we were like, "Hey, can we get an open end on that one?" They're like, "Yeah, it's fine." They did it for like most of the guys because some of the other guys were like, "Yeah, I want to do this." So Dennis went to like Ireland, came home 3 days later. I don't think Scott was in the band. Sonny must have been, but I think he was courting his wife. He went home. Leonor, Keith, Andy, his wife Mindy, and I all just were like, "We're done. What do you want to do?"
Mindy's a good-looking lady.
Yeah, it's true.
Andy's a lucky fellow.
He is a lucky fellow. So we decided to go first to Paris, which we did. And Stacy the whole time was pissed at me because I was idiot and I didn't.
She's like, I didn't get a KitchenAid mixer. You're
Yeah,
like, dude,
I mean, like-
enough.
It was more just like she was probably too young to be getting married, but we were getting married because it was like
She was
expected
17.
in the church. No, she was 20 and I was like
She had to get
26.
she had to get a note. She had to get a note from her parents saying that
No,
was
she was
okay.
She was 21. But I
You're like
think I
Jerry
was like
Lewis.
25,
You're like Jerry Lee
26.
Lewis.
Yes. Marrying my cousin of 14
Yeah, you were like,
or
I'm
whatever.
gonna need a letter say from your parents saying that I'm allowed to marry you because you're 12.
Oh my gosh. So,
Cut that part out, Reese.
yeah, thanks. So we went to Paris. She was pissed at me, but like made up. We were still friends.
It's
Damn,
that
Joe.
talking. It's that talking.
Put it
buddy.
in something else. Don't just drink the vodka, Joe.
Hey,
Joe's
I
had
should put a
half the-
ship.
Half the.
I should put a ship in there.
Yeah, you could. He's got a bottle that's half empty.
It's only a pint.
Oh, it's only a pint.
Yeah.
So we went to Paris. It was kind of rough. We made Andy and
Did you have a
Mindy are
crepe?
like, we're done. Yeah, we had crepes. It's awesome.
With Nutella?
Hell yes. Nutella and bananas.
Yes.
So good.
Okay, I'm back. I'm locked in
Okay.
in this story. I'm in
We
it.
went to the Louvre. We tried to look at the whole Louvre in a day. It was just like, I am sick of Renaissance. And then you just keep going.
I went to
then-
the Louvre as well, and what pissed me off is I went and I wanted to see the Mona Lisa and stuff, and then you had to pay like huge amounts to go in that like wing.
Oh, we did not have that. You could just go see it. There was like 1 million people in there,
What?
and it's really small, but it's there.
Yeah, for us, from what I remember, you could go in the museum, and there was like certain areas where you could go, but to go see these like historical pieces, you had to pay to get in that wing of
That must be
the museum.
new. We did not have that. We paid like general admission, and then we could see everything.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, continue.
so we do all the Paris stuff. Then we go. We decide to go to Barcelona. Andy and Minnie are sick of me and Stacy fighting and on and off. like I like you, I don't like you. That whole thing. So me and Keith and Leonore and Stacy go to Barcelona. It was amazing. And this is one of the greatest regrets of my life. AC/DC was playing the Olympic Stadium. It was $5. And we were like, we can just see that at home. Have I ever
For
seen
100.
AC/DC? Yeah, exactly. Have I ever seen them? No. I'm kicking myself.
Yeah.
We went to a bar. It was terrible. Nobody shows up at bars or dance clubs until about midnight in Spain, and then they party till like 6 a.m, sleep for a 5 minutes, go to work for 3 hours, and then they take a 3-hour nap, and then they go back to work. I don't know what they do. They're on a weird program. Anyway, we did Barcelona. It was awesome. And then I remembered why am I telling the whole story of our European vacation? Anyway, Keith and Leonore eventually break off, and it's just me and Stacy. She still wants to keep going. Her mom and stepdad are at odds, and I don't have anywhere to go. Like, I don't want to go home and spend Christmas with my dad, who is, doesn't give a crap about Christmas, or my mom, who had just gotten remarried. And I didn't know my new stepdad very well. So she had kind of the same situation. She's like, I don't want to go home either. So we're like, let's just get our Euro passes, go around Eastern Europe. So we go to the Czech Republic. We're like, just she and I. There may have been some fooling around.
Oh boy.
It was amazing.
How come you can't tell us that part of the story?
I can't.
You have to tell us about every time you changed a bus or a train.
Let's
but
leave that out.
We don't get to hear that.
I'm going to edit that out. There was no fooling around. It was wonderful.
Better not edit
So
that
it was
out.
2000. The dollar was very strong. So we went to like this 5-star restaurant where like a guy in tuxedo would come and like, anytime you put your silverware down, he'd change it out. And we had a steak dinner. We're wearing like our American tourist coats and everything. And it cost like $13.
Oh my
And
word.
everybody else in there is like suit and tie. And we're just like, what do you got, buddy? And
You're like, can I have a bowl of ice just so I can dip my nuts in it while I'm just sitting here?
I need it to take the edge off this. $13. The good thing is like, so
You're like, this lady won't quit yapping about a KitchenAid mixer.
she wants her damn mixer. So we did that. We were in this hotel room that sometimes, like, it used to be like in especially in Eastern Europe, you'd get off the train and people could tell you were a tourist, probably by your bright yellow jacket and the camera
Or
you
your
were wearing.
white socks.
Yeah, they were just like, these guys are fucking Americans.
Yep.
So they'd hustle you and they'd be like, come to this hotel, come to this hotel. And this guy's like, I'll give you a ride. It's $5 a night. Come to this hotel. Showed us some pictures. We're like, it's not bad. $5. So we went, stayed in this hotel.
That's how the movie Hostel starts.
It kind of was like a hostel. We did stay in some as well. But it's like, I remember we were like, Czech Republic is awesome. This is so cool. Prague is beautiful. And then like the third day, I'm like laying there in bed and I'm like, I'm getting a rash. I usually get this from using weird detergents because I'm a sensitive sissy boy. And so I'm like itching. I'm like, I'm getting this weird rash from the detergent. We got to change it up. And she goes, that's weird. I'm getting itchy too. And I feel like I have a rash.
Oh, is this a Johnny Respect thing?
And I'm like, what? What do you, what? You're getting one too from the detergent? And then like, I'm nearsighted, so I don't have I don't have my glasses on or my contacts in. And so when I look at things without them, I have to be really close up, but I can focus well. And then I just see like the dead shell of an insect, very small, right next to my face.
Dear Lord. Dear
And
Lord.
I'm like, what? And then I grab my glasses, and I'm like looking around, and I'm just like, shit, get out of the bed. Get out. Like, get out of the bed. Throw the bed clothes over. Bed bugs. It's bed bugs. We have bed bugs. So, like, both just like, the good thing is it was like an old Eastern Bloc hotel or whatever it was, apartment. Everything was concrete. So our stuff was away from the bed.
Yes.
And then we're just like, get in the shower, clean off. We didn't transport bed bugs anymore.
The room is $7 per night. Bed bugs free. Yes.
So yes. So we're like, let's get out of here. And the Euro passes,
Yes.
we kind of like
You
had
like the rash. You
Oh,
like
I
the
got the
rash,
rash.
yes.
give it
You
to
get
you.
plenty.
I like it.
Your young bride, yes. She like the bed bugs.
She got the rash down here.
She got the rash. She itching her no square. Yes.
So we were like, we got to get out of here. And the only thing I could think of that I wanted to do still was I wanted to go to Auschwitz. So we rented, I had like a book, like a travel book. And we're just
Yeah.
like, trains don't go there on our Euro pass. They're like, I bet we can rent a car pretty cheap. Same thing. It was like 3 days for $30. So we rented a car. But, you know, like it's Europe, so gas was expensive. We went to Auschwitz in the dead of fucking winter, which is when you should see Auschwitz, because it was like 20 below, snow, like 4 feet of snow. Like, you're just like, this is miserable, terrifying. So then we come back, and I kept seeing this thing on my book, and it was like, if you do anything in the Czech Republic, so Auschwitz is in Poland. We went there and came back to the Czech Republic, and we had to return the car. I kept seeing this thing that said, go to the ossuary at Kutna Hora. If you do anything, you should go to the ossuary at Kutna Hora. And I'm just like, that. I don't know what that word means. I don't know what Kutna Hora is. It sounds boring, but it was like, go to the ossuary. It's a church made of bones. And I was like,
Oh.
this cannot be true. This cannot
Is that in
be real.
Austria?
It is in the Czech Republic. It's near Prague.
Oh.
It's about like 50 kilometers out, 90 kilometers.
Okay.
So I was like, let's just check this out. It's on the way back. So we get there, and we're like, no, this is not going to be cool. It's just a church. Like, it's a small Catholic church. Like, this is not going to be cool, but whatever. It said it was supposed to be made of bones. It's not. Let's just look inside. So we look, and there's bones. like human bones all up and down the wall, skulls, everything on the inside. And we're like, oh. And they're like, well, it's, it was like $5. So we're like, okay, let's do this. And literally, so what happened was this church, some monk from the church did a pilgrimage in the Middle Ages to Jerusalem. They had a mass grave outside of the church that was just people that died in the Black Plague. And he brought back a jar of dirt from Jerusalem and spread it in the graveyard, thinking like this will make it more holy or whatever. Well, then all these rich people were like, I want to be buried there instead of this other shitty church on the edge of town that doesn't have dirt from Jerusalem. And so they were like, well, let's just dig up these mass graves because we don't care about these people. So they just started digging up these mass graves from the Black Plague and stacking the bones on the side of the church.
Yes. You died from plague. You did not die with hundreds of dollars.
So
you get to you become a light fixture. You become a light switch.
So the legend is
your great grandfather. He be buried out in the yard. Yes.
This half blind monk.
Oh.
They were like, do something with these bones, and he was like, I can't just do something with them. And then they were also like, we need new furniture in the church. So his idea was like, let's combine these two tasks. So they built all the relics on the inside of the church out of human bones. So it's like a chandelier made of like rib cages and skulls and backbones, and then just like giant pyramids of skulls, and like a pulpit made of finger bones. It's so fucking creepy, but also you're just like, this cannot be real. It cannot exist. So much worth your $5. I don't know what it is now,
yeah.
But it was incredible. Like just bones, like thousands of dead people's bones made into all this stuff. And then there were some things like, yeah, you can tell this guy got hit with an arrow in the head, or this guy had a tumor, but most of them died in the Black Plague, so they died from bubonic plague. Anyway.
Hey, because they didn't wear a mask, bro.
Didn't wear a mask.
They weren't vaccinated
also, they
4
didn't have
times.
Antibiotics.
They weren't vaccinated
Antibiotics
4
would've cured
times,
it.
and they didn't wear a mask.
Right.
Womp womp. Big
Joe.
sunk.
Anyway, they
You just got upset with me.
the vaccination is not living amongst rats. Just don't do that.
You did get a little upset. A little upset.
Joe, no. It was just for show. I have to be like,
Okay.
I'm the liberal
All right,
here.
I'll take it.
I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, freebies, we just gave you 10 extra minutes. So suck it. You got 10 extra minutes.
We didn't even talk about the skull and gun.
Didn't even get to the skull and gun. You need to sign up for Patreon to hear that.
You
got-
fishing.
You got what you got. You got the history lesson of Czechoslovakia. You got Reese and his fiance without benefits. And you got the Bone Church. So that's it, man. You guys are good. So we're good to go. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Peace. Of pizza.
For more shows like this one, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.